my content was every day. My content is me talking to you. My content is me walking in the room, opening the door, showing that it's my establishment. My content is me getting in the car, showing my barber bag, getting in the car. That's content. You know what I'm saying? I used to show videos of me walking to my car, holding a barber briefcase. Like, hey, I'm heading to work. That's content. Some people gonna look at that as like, oh, he's showing too much. No, that is going to keep people in tune to your life. Your life is a reality show. So with me, I give people my story. You know my story. You know I was homeless. You know I ain't had nothing. You know I grabbed from the bottom to come up. You know I got a kid. You know I got a fiance. I show that on my social media. I don't have nothing.
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get real answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. My name is a.k.a. Robinson, and I'm a makeup artist, beauty educator, and the creator of Friends in Beauty. I created Friends in Beauty to support like-minded creatives, just like you, on their quest to connect, network, and build genuine relationships within the beauty community. Join me every week as me and my special guests reveal the keys to success and longevity in the beauty industry, and most importantly, have fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, a.k.a. Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here with me, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. If you are a friend in beauty, I welcome you to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community. If you're looking for a community of like-minded, ambitious friends in beauty to virtually connect with, network, and share resources, then click the link down below in the show description to join the Friends in Beauty Facebook community, and I'll be there to welcome you with open arms. Also, follow Friends in Beauty on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty. What I like to do is something called the Friends in Beauty Friday feature, where every Friday I spotlight a different friend in beauty and their accomplishments. No matter how big or small you think it is, I want to shout you out. I want to send you some good vibes. So all you have to do is use the hashtag FIB Friday feature and tag Friends in Beauty on something that you have accomplished, something you're excited about, and I'll share it with the community. Additionally, the Friends in Beauty podcast is available on several platforms. We're on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google, YouTube, you name it, we are there. And whatever platform you are tuning in from, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the Friends in Beauty podcast. I truly appreciate your time and your energy towards me. And I would love it even further if you took the time to leave a 5-star rating, a review, comment, share, subscribe, something to let me know what you think about the Friends in Beauty podcast. Also, join the Friends in Beauty mailing list tribe. They are the first to know about all things Friends in Beauty. I send out different resources throughout the week that are very helpful, inspirational, motivational for your business. So if that is something that you're interested in as well, the link for that will be in the show description. And last but not least, the most important thing is to share the Friends in Beauty podcast with your other friends in beauty, your family, your friends, anybody that you think could benefit from the information that is being shared. Share a way to help me grow the Friends in Beauty community. Now, today on the Friends in Beauty podcast, I welcome Mel The Barber to the Friends in Beauty guest chair, the first barber to bless the Friends in Beauty podcast with their presence. Mel is a barber based in the DMV area who just so happens to cut people's hair that has a lot of money, a.k.a. celebrities. With 8 years in the game, an insane list of over 200 celebrity clients, a booming business, it's clear how Mel has solidified his spot as one of the best in the game. Born and raised in South Carolina, working unfulfilling jobs and experiencing homelessness, Mel ultimately followed his mother's advice and enrolled in barber school, and the rest has literally been history in the making. In this interview, Mel shares all about his recent billboard in Times Square and how he's been gearing up to host the largest international hair expo, how he cut his first celebrity client while he was still in barber school and that caused a ripple effect of other celebrity clientele, how he messed up an NBA player's haircut so bad that the player blocked him on Instagram, how the power of building relationships has led to his success, how to use your social media content to paint a relatable story, and so much more. I really enjoyed this conversation with Mel. It was just so eye opening. I met him a couple of weeks ago when I did makeup for his fiance's brand shoot, and he has just such a contagious energy and presence about him. And I knew that I had to get him on the Friends of Beauty podcast for sure. His story is so inspirational. He keeps it real and he offers great advice to upcoming barbers that all of us Friends in Beauty can relate to. This is an episode that you'll definitely want to listen to more than once and take some notes. If you're listening to this episode, go ahead and tune in on YouTube if you prefer to watch it. And let's go ahead and jump into this amazing interview with Mel the Barber. Enjoy. Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, Mel.
Let's go.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. You are the first barber to bless the Friends of Beauty podcast with your presence.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm really excited to get to know more about you, learn more about your business and everything like that. But before we jump in, I got to ask you some icebreakers just to get us warmed up and everything. And
Okay.
so, like, the Friends of Beauty community can get to know you a little bit outside of like being a barber.
Okay.
All right, so the first one is just give us 3 random facts about you.
3 random facts about Mel the Barber. Random facts. My favorite food is French fries. I love me some French fries. Like, man, I can eat French fries every day, all day.
Okay.
My favorite French fries from Bojangles. So, I always tell people, it's a little thing that counts with me, right? I'm not big on material things, but if you do little things for me, like give me French fries and bring it to the shop, man, I'm your best friend for life. So that's one thing. Two, um, I'm from a very small town in South Carolina. It's called Hartsville. Population like 7,000. So
Wow.
uh, it's probably big. The most high school games out here. Like you fit my whole town and probably a high school game in this area. But yeah, that's something that people don't know about me. And lastly, my name is Jamel. And nobody knows my real name. People call me Melvin, Marvin, uh, Malcolm. They be making up random names, but if you really know me, then you'll know my real name. So I guess after they see this, then they gonna probably think they know me.
Okay. So I have like these random things called pod decks.
Okay.
And one is like a would you rather, and the other one is a what the heck. Which one would you
Okay.
like me to pull a card from?
Let's see. What would you rather or what the heck? I'm an interesting person, so I like what the heck.
What the heck? And these things, I always tell people these cards be so weird. Like, I don't know who came up with these questions, but I'm gonna shuffle it, see what we get. Sometimes if it's too weird, I just won't read it. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Oh man, an elephant. Sheesh. Chickens, because an elephant can stomp on a chicken. Man, it'd take a couple thousand, bro. Like you gonna need a couple thousand chickens to even to get close to killing a freaking elephant.
Right.
Is
So random. Like, I don't know who thought about that.
is there an answer on there?
No, it's just whatever you think.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
I don't know about what the heck. Shoot.
That is like a really what the heck kind of question.
Yeah, that's a what the heck. I should have did the other one. Shoot. Would you rather?
The other question I have for you is versus the Locks versus Dipset. Like, who you got and why?
So growing up, I think I was more of a Dipset type of guy. Because I'm from South Carolina and the locks came off as like kind of aggressive and hood. But even the Dipset had that type of vibe. They had a swag with them. They had like the way that they carried themselves, like Joel Santana. He used to rock the bandanas,
Mm-hmm.
fix them up nicely to wear them like with a little thing sticking up. He used to have bandanas where it just sat on your head like a crown.
Yeah.
I used to be a fan of that. Like, and then Cameron, he was real colorful.
Right.
So like they colorways was like different, and that used to attract me to him. So I think I listened to Dipset more. So I'm gonna take Dipset, even though I like Jadakiss, but that's the only person I really listen to out the locks. I can't tell you I listen to anybody else. So
Right. Right.
Dipset all day.
Woo woo. All
Dipset.
right. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from being a barber?
Man, people tell me that I'm good at I'm good in sales. I'm good with definitely finessing my way into a lot of things, a lot of problems, a lot of success, and things like that. So I'm good at that. I'm good at hosting events and little parties and things like that. So that's like one of my little hidden talents that I have.
Okay.
I don't know about. And also I'm good at playing instruments. I play the drums. Uh,
Nice.
so a lot of people don't really know that about me. Um, And from that, I mean, other than that, man, I'm good at NBA 2K because I play, play video games.
That's dope. That's all dope stuff. What's your favorite place that you traveled to so far?
Favorite place I have traveled to so far. Oh man, it might be so far. It might be Mexico, man. I went to Mexico not too long ago. A little place outside of Cancun.
Uh-huh.
That was an amazing experience. Other than that, man, like just in the states, I'm a big fan of New York, and I'm a huge fan of LA. I love LA vibes. I think the people out there are like just amazing. Um, New York City, from me being from down south, man, it's just like I'm a billboard, not billboard, but I'm a like skyscraper type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, first time I went to New York, I cried. Like
Oh
that's a true
wow.
story. Like I went to New York and I cried because I saw the buildings, the skyscraper, and the lights. And
Yeah.
I'm a dreamer in real life, so with me having that dreamer attitude, it just made me feel like I can be anything. So yeah, man.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that. Oh my gosh. And I went to Mexico in I think in March. And I
Yeah.
had no idea Mexico was that nice. Like I was expecting like the cartel and like
Nah, me
drug
too, man.
trafficking.
Yeah, me too. Like I heard it was like killing. The government was like really going to war with the people, and I was a little nervous to be over there. But I know like, they got a lot of money in Cancun. They not trying to mess up the resort side of their money. So I
Hmm.
felt a little safe in that part over there. But that water, man, I'm real big on that bluish green water.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I can get the Greece or the what's it called, Maldives. That's what,
Yeah. That'd
yeah,
be dope
try to get
too.
there one day. One day, gotta get.
Hmm. And the last icebreaker question I have for you. So if you weren't a barber right now, like what else could you see yourself doing?
Man, I would definitely be in sales for sure. I sold timeshares before I was a barber. I feel like timeshare set me up for being a barber because it teaches you how to sell yourself to someone. So I always see myself working in a Fortune 500 company, in a boardroom, giving PowerPoint presentations, writing things down
Mm-hmm.
on a chart, build, I mean, on the board or things like that. And yeah, man, like I really would see myself with a low haircut, waves, and being there pitching the ideal or like, hey, you need to get this, you need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, buy my product right now. Like, yeah, I see me doing something like that.
Did you get hit with the timeshare presentations when you went to Mexico?
No, I didn't get hit with the timeshare presentations because I already know about the timeshare presentations because I actually used to be one of those sharp people.
Ooh, they were intense.
Very intense, man. We used to, get to know you for the first hour, and everything you tell us, we used to use it against you at the end of the day. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I know about it. So I didn't go the timeshare route. I went to kind of like the 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 route of the villas and things like that. So
Got you.
yeah, I needed. It was COVID, so I had to be all private, pool, my room, everything. I ain't trying to be with nobody else.
Right, right. I love that. Thanks so much. Like I just learned like so much about you, like in that little bit of time. So thank you
Let's
so
go with the
much for sharing.
icebreakers.
Yes.
Okay, icebreakers.
So I would love to know, like, okay, so when you introduce yourself, when you meet people and they ask like what you do, like how do you introduce yourself to people?
Um, I'm I get upset with my family members and friends who introduce me as like, yo, this is my boy. He is celebrity barber. He the best barber in DC vibes. And so I'm like, bro, no, man. Like, I don't want people to know me as that type of guy. Like, I'm real big on like, getting to know me, like liking me for who I am, like
Mm-hmm.
Mel, like, and people ask what I do. I say I'm just a barber, bro. Like, I just cut hair. That's all. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
barber. and that's it. And I just leave it alone like that. Now, if you find my social media in the mix of me telling you I'm a barber, and you go look, you might hype me up, but I won't hype myself up to you. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm just a barber. I don't
Mm.
like to mess up on people's heads, and that's it. I happen to cut people with a lot of money and have some blue checks, on their name on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, man. Like I'm just that regular barber. So that's how I introduce myself to people, because I hate that celebrity title on my name.
Mm-hmm.
It brings so much attention, and it leaves no room for errors or failures. And I'm human, so we always gonna have little errors in our life. So
I got you. I can definitely understand that. You definitely got people riding for you because when I met your fiance
okay,
a couple of weeks ago, I was just telling her like about the podcast and everything. She's like, "You definitely have to have my fiance on the show. Like he's super
hey,
dope." Like she hyped you up. So that's why when I met you, I was like, yeah, I need to get you on the podcast because she just spoke so highly of you. So
what's up, man? That's the ride or die right there, bro. She stuck by my side for a very long time through a lot of ups and downs, and shoot, man. Even we'll get into it later. But yeah, man. She's dope, man, and she's doing an amazing thing with her brand and things like that. So
yeah,
excited for that as well.
super excited for her. She's dope too. So yesterday I saw that you have a big billboard, Mr.
Right,
I don't want the attention and everything. You had a
right
big billboard in Times Square with your face like plastered center stage on it. So first of all, congratulations on that. That's like
now,
freaking awesome.
man. That's kind of huge, man. I
Yes, and
appreciate
then like second, I want to know like how do you feel about having a billboard in Times Square, and then like tell us a little bit about like that event that you're doing.
it. Well, how do I feel to have a billboard in Times Square? It's still kind of shocking, and literally, you were talking to me literally once I got home. Like I literally just woke up, came in, and did this interview. So I'm still riding that high right now. Um, it's a feeling like I've been cutting hair for about 8 years now, so it's a feeling like it's like I made it feeling. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't want to really believe I made it because you don't know what made it is, because most
Yeah.
people value made it in financials. So if I made $1 million, you like I made it. So, but I know success is so many different stages and levels. You're successful if you doing something positive towards your goals and dreams each and every day. That's success in some people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, view success as being financially stable. That's success. So, and as they made it. So, like I just said earlier, that when the first time I went to New York, I cried because I've never seen like the lights, the big city, and all that stuff like that. So to be back at a city that I cried at the first time, to be back there and have a billboard there, knowing that I came from a town that literally you don't really make it out of, people haven't seen the big city yet. And knowing that maybe 10 years ago, I was literally sleeping on benches and like I was homeless and didn't have a place to, lay my head, or, I had to, find different females to say, hey, let me stay with you tonight, or, let me I cook and clean or something.
Yeah.
It's being in back of the churches, asking churches for money to help me pay my rent and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And they still don't give you money. And, churches, they say one thing, but when it actually you need that help, they really, I don't know if they dare. I mean, that doesn't take away that, your faith or nothing like that. I still believe in God, because if it wasn't for him, then I wouldn't have got out of that situation. So
Right.
um, it gives you a feeling like you made it. And I don't think it's suck in just yet. I thought I was gonna ball cry when I saw that thing yesterday, and
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't. But I really think once I like sit down by myself and like rethink about,
Process it.
process it, go over
Mhm.
your life, and just think about everything that you went through in life. I'm probably gonna tear up a little bit. Uh,
Yeah.
I had my family there. That was a major, and I had my son, and that was pretty big because it got my son got a chance to see me on a big screen with a lot of lights and stuff, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Dad, Dad." He was like, "Dad, like that," you know what I'm saying? And that right there, that you have to cherish those moments, and
Absolutely.
and big up to my man Guy. out in LA, and my man JD, he runs the social media site called Barbazine TV.
Okay.
And those guys, man, they bless me and they hook me up. They always have looked out for me. And Guy, he's throwing a culture festival in Ocho Rios, Jamaica this year for New Year's.
Okay.
Um, so it's about bringing the culture, bringing the black community together, all together, like all the cultures of the black community, Jamaican, Africans, whoever, like just bringing everybody into one, all together in one place, with Caribbean vibes. What it is? I mean, Afro beats, hip
Yeah.
hop, R&B. You got comedy, you got hair. As you saw, I'm hosting one of the largest international hair expos. Like, that is amazing that I'm hosting. I'm just a freaking barber from South Carolina that works in DC. Like, that's amazing. And we got DC on Fly hosting the comedy show out there, headlining it. We have what's the guy that sings the song that is so popular right now? Oh my gosh. What is his name? I can sing the song in my head. I don't want to sing on your
What's the
podcast.
song? Look, sing
Uh,
it.
you don't need no other body.
Oh, is that whiskey?
Wiz Kid, that's his name. Wiz
It's
Kid,
gonna be there.
he's gonna be there as well. Man, the list goes on and on. It's so many artists that's gonna be there. It's gonna be a phenomenal event. As you can see, their promo is pretty heavy. When you have money to put people in Times Square, promo is heavy. So the culture festival is going to be amazing. So
Hmm.
I would tell any and everybody that's going to listen to this podcast today, get your tickets now,
I
because
might have to.
we're going up, man. We're going up. I also have billboards in JFK Airport, LAX, Georgia State, and here in DC. That probably going up this upcoming week. So yeah,
That
man.
is super dope. So this whole conference is like just totally my vibe. First of all, my family's from Jamaica, so that's
Yes,
one.
yes.
Two, the Afro beats and all of that. The industry, that sounds like it's gonna be really good.
Oh man, yeah, Afro beats, Caribbean vibes. We got hip hop and R&B is gonna be out there too. A couple artists, and yeah, man. I think I heard we might be getting Ty Dolla Sign. So yeah, that's even more amazing, man. 'Cause Ty, that's like my bro, man. And we twins. We got the same birthday. So
Okay,
that
okay. When's your birthday?
April the 13th. Shout out to the Aries, man.
That's my brother-in-law's birthday.
Mm,
Cool, good people.
the peoples.
So I know you spoke on it a little bit, and it's not like a secret that people don't just land on billboards like just by chance. So I would love to learn more about like what were you doing before you became a barber? I know you mentioned the timeshare stuff, and then like what were those circumstances that led you to pursuing becoming a barber?
Oh man, circumstances. Let's see. What was I doing before I was a barber? I mean, obviously, I just I sold everything from cell phones to tennis shoes to sneaker stores to anything in sales. I've sold. I was to the point where I could sell a pen bite to you if you gave me a pen. Like, I could tell you everything the pen said to make you believe that this pen is even better for you to use now than before you just used it. So I was
Yeah.
real talented in that. But um, I don't know, man. It's just the barber stuff came out of left field. Um, I used to shape my hairline up with an eyeliner pencil. And then one day my mom was just like, man, you should go to barber school and learn how to really cut. So if you learn how to really cut, and God kind of prophesied to me that you should be cutting people that makes a lot of money. And
Mm,
we was heading back home yesterday, and my father asked me, hey, like, how did you know like you was gonna, like, is there was something that was in you that you felt like you was supposed to be somebody? And I was like, man, I've always had this itch in me ever since I was a kid that somebody was supposed to know who I was, or I felt like I was supposed to be somebody in life. Um, so, man, I don't know, man. Everything just kind of worked out the way it
mhm.
worked out.
Yeah.
So pretty much the circumstances that led me to be a barber. Um, it's one of them things where when you've done everything that you can in life, right, and you exhausted all your resources. Um, Once you exhaust all your resources, then you start burning bridges,
Mm,
and once all the resources are gone and people start saying no, then you start doing reckless things to those individuals that probably said no, and then you probably start not being a man of your word, or you start finessing, or you start perpetrating, and you start doing all these things to try to find yourself,
Yeah.
and you burn bridges along the way of finding yourself. And after I went homeless and I moved back in, my mom, she moved me from Charlotte, which where I was living, and she told me to pack everything I could at the time, throw the rest in the trash, and hop on a plane. And when I came back home, she was like, "You got to find something." And barber school was my last. Felt like to me was my last option to find a trade, and just having those moments where you just don't know, and I've never finished nothing. Like I finished high school, that was it.
Yeah.
I went to colleges. I went to multiple colleges and just left. Never finished it. Worked at jobs. I couldn't stay long because I couldn't take somebody telling me what to do. So I felt like I was always supposed to work for myself, and I was always supposed to be somebody. So I think those circumstances that I went through that um, set me up to be a barber, man, and the rest is history.
Yeah. I like that you shared that you never finished anything. Like you start stuff, leave. Cause I kind of felt like that at some point. Like I did go to college and everything, but I always just did things just because like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. But I didn't even want to go to college. That's a whole nother story. But I feel like being a makeup artist or doing like being in the beauty industry is like the first thing that I have like committed to like long term. I will always, I guess it's a part of the journey of finding yourself and finding what resonates with you and everything like that. That's why those things didn't last or whatever, but it's all a part of the journey to get you to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm hard headed, man, and I don't really take advice. I mean, I don't not take advice, but I don't really take orders from people. Like, and even with me doing this and cutting some high end people, like if you make me feel like the help, I would leave.
Right.
I don't work for you, bro. Like I don't work for you. You ask for a service. I'm here to provide a service. Now, if you make me feel like I'm your help, you can need to find another person because
Hmm.
I don't roll like that, man. So I still have those feelings, like I'm still independent. I can't take orders, like other than my mother, my parents, and you can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna look at you sideways.
Right.
So yeah, I had to work for myself. I really, really had to work for myself. It wasn't gonna work no other way. And now I'm sitting in my own barbershop. So
I feel
that
you. I can't work for people for too long. It never lasts. Like I just can't do it.
so I
Yeah.
can't.
So you went to barber school. How long was barber school? And then like what did you do like directly after with that skill?
Um, Barber school was felt like long. It was like very long. So I felt like it was like a year. Um, and when I left out of barber school, I went to worked in this mall in Montgomery Mall called um what was that shop? Lord, man, I had it on the tip of my tongue. It was in Wheaton Mall. Sheesh. I cannot think of the shop that I worked at, but I worked there first while I was in barber school. I left there and went to work at the shop called Unity on Georgia Avenue. So if you're in DC and you know about Georgia Avenue, for the people that's probably not going to see it, that's from here. Um, I worked at that shop. It was a little hood shop first. I left their shop and I went to work with one of my boys named Wade the Barber. He owns a shop called the W Hair Loft.
I feel like I
And
know that name.
yeah, man, Wade is a phenomenal barber out here. He's known as one of the pioneers of the hair units. Uh,
Okay.
call them the hair weaves.
That's probably why I know it because I love watching those videos.
Yeah. He's phenomenal barber out here, man. And actually go check him out. He got a single out, I think, on Apple Music right now. So, but yeah, I went to work at his shop. And learned a lot from him. He taught me the business. He taught me how to cut. He taught me how to be professional and things like that. And then I ended up leaving that shop maybe like 4 years later, and I went to work at Uppercuts in National Harbor.
Hmm.
So if you're in the DC area, you go visit National Harbor because it's a beautiful place to go visit. I worked there, and they taught me how to have an establishment that is gorgeous. Like their establishment was, they give you water, they give you wine, they give you sodas. They had massage barber chairs, and it was like the TVs and the mirrors, and it was very very upscale.
Yeah.
So I went from a shop that my brother taught me everything in there, and he taught me how to move, and his shop was very chic. I would like to say, like, it was very small, four barber chairs. It was very personable. And then I go to a shop that's extra bougie and like luxury, and then from there it was like I took both of those and decided to start my own shop,
Hmm.
which I call it Be Proper. And that's where I'm at now. So it definitely was a journey to follow that step. So barber school was definitely about 12 months, and
Yeah.
the rest is history. Like I said, I've been cutting for going on 8 years now.
Nice. So you went to barber school in the DC area?
Went to barber school in Maryland, in
Okay.
Wheaton. Is a school called American Beauty Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in that school, American Beauty Academy, like in barber school, I cut my first celebrity, like Trinidad James
Okay.
was my first client, and I just gave a shape up to before he performed at Howard Theater. And then it went from there, and I got one basketball player. I forgot his name, but I messed up his haircut. Oh my God, I jacked it all the way up. I jacked it up so much that he blocked me on Instagram. It
Oh
was
my
bad. Like, it was bad, man. So I had to recover. I started watching YouTube videos, and I started asking people like how to get better and stuff like that. So and he was a Wizard player too. It was like my first ever Wizard player.
Like,
And
how did you mess up his haircut? Like, in what way did you mess it
shape was supposed to go straight across, and it was kind of going down,
up?
up, down. And it was a slant instead of
Hmm.
straight. It was a slant, and he said it was cool at first, but when I went and looked at the picture, and I was like, "Oh no, that ain't it." And yeah, somebody must have told him it wasn't it.
Well, that must have like put something lit a fire in you because when I was looking at your page, like them shape ups be like crisp.
Yeah, it lit a fire. Because,
So
it lit a fire because, like, I try to be great. I'm very, very detailed, and very on point with what I do now. So I just got back to the drawing board, and try to work hard, and then Instagram came out right when I was starting my barber career,
hmm.
and I kind of hit all the videos and stuff people doing now. I hit it early when it was like 15 seconds, then it went to 30 seconds, then it went to a minute. I was on
Yeah.
it early, doing all those videos, and then I met Trey Songz, man, and Trey Songz kind of like took my career to the next level, because he came with so much press. He came with so much everything, and, good
Hmm.
and bad attention.
Right.
So just me cutting Trey, cutting for the BET Awards, BET Honors. When I want to say, if you go back and Google when he sung the song for Usher, he did a presentation for Usher back, a couple years back for the BET Honors. Like, that was my haircut, and like that right there, like, set in stone. And I cut him for his 30th birthday, and before he was on tour one time, man, like, just me posting him and me being seen out with him in the social and the nightlife,
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, like, and then from that he hooked me up with Jeezy, and you like Jeezy, he got a bald head,
Yeah.
all his head, and do his beard, and just being able to have that moment with Jeezy. And after Jeezy came, I believe I got with Shy Glizzy, um, um, the king of DC, as he liked to say. I got with Glizzy, and Glizzy definitely been taking me under his wings. From I've been cutting him for about 5 years now.
Hmm.
Been taking me under his wings, and I believe I got DJ Khaled right after that. When
Wow.
DJ Khaled was like really, really jumping with the Snapchat.
Hmm.
Yes, I don't know if you remember, he had Snapchat on fire at one
Yes.
point. Like, people was on
Major
Snapchat
key alerts.
major key alerts, and he was like recording every time he got a haircut. He was like, he pays barber $500 and all this stuff. And my cousin was like, man, it'd be dope if you can get DJ Khaled one day. Showing up the next week, and that's how my life low key has been. Somebody would say something to me, and I'd be like, yo, that would be dope. Next week it happened,
Hmm.
like crazy. And he came in time when Obama was in office for, I want to say, the last party for Obama, like to go away party,
Yeah.
and I cut him for that. and that was amazing because he gave me a drop, and he's like the first person to ever, first celebrity to ever give me a drop, and I think his thing was, hey, yo, Mel the Barber, how's that business? I was booming. He's like, I like that. I like that. Like that video, like it went viral like quick, bro. Like it just went
I
stupid.
need to see this video.
It went stupid, and you know, that happened, and from there it was like history. I ended up getting Bradley Bill from the Wizards. I got my boy Rodney McLeod from the Eagles, and from there it just went to the game, and that I'm talking about the rapper the game.
Oh, look.
Yeah, rapper the game. Like I remember the rapper the game because my fiance was pregnant at the time, and he gave me $500 and was like, "Man, that's towards your son, bro."
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, "Man, that you're the first person to give me 1,000. I mean, $500 for a haircut, like
Right.
first." And yeah, then from there I just started, doing little things, and I got a chance to cut Allen Iverson. Um, Man, I probably cut over like 200 celebrities in my 8 years of cutting hair right now.
That's super dope.
So man, I have a long list. I can kind of keep going, but like Allen Iverson reposted me on his page, and like no other celebrity would post me like that.
Hmm.
Like they would like a picture, that's it, but they probably wouldn't comment. But he posted me, and then he followed me, and I was in heaven. I'm like, yo, Allen Iverson. I used to be a big fan. Like you were my
Right.
hero, other than like Deion Sanders and Kobe Bryant. But like Allen Iverson, man, like we in there. So yeah, man, this has been crazy. Like anytime somebody comes to the city, I tend to get. Recently, I just got the most toxic person on Instagram. Just recently, and if you know who the most tossing person is on Instagram, respectfully, he's pretty dope, man. So shout out to my boy Justin little boy.
Okay.
Respectfully, so that was pretty a dope moment to have him because he's killing the social media with the memes right now.
Yeah.
That
So
was
out of
pretty.
all the celebrities that you have worked with, like, what's like one that really stands out to you the most? And like, what's that experience like when you're going into their space to cut their hair?
At first it was it used to get nerve wracking. But after you cut one, they all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a don't care attitude towards people a lot of times, where you think you somebody, but I think I'm somebody too. I have that confidence, so I come in with confidence as I can do my job. So I think they feel it.
Mm-hmm.
They feel that confidence that you have, um, and yeah, probably my what you like my favorite people that I've cut, or
Yeah.
I would say my current ones, man. They're consistent. Like I would say Rodney McLeod. Rodney McLeod has put me in positions to win. Um, he flew me out to the Super Bowl to cut his hair when he played in the Super Bowl and won it. He had me out in LA to cut his hair at the ESPYS, and put me on to cut at a pop up shop that he was hosting with his biker house clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Definitely Shy Glizzy, man. Shy is, he put me on for the city. He might not repost me, but people know I cut Shy hair.
Yeah.
Um, he let me go on tour with him and Gunner. That was just amazing being on the tour bus, going to different cities, having that experience. Then he let me go out with him in the city. He popped up for my birthday one year, just put up at the nightclub and just showed me mad love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so definitely Shy. A name that people don't really know about is my man Thomas Bryant. He played for the Wizards. I mean, he's amazing, man. I mean, he gave me a Rolex, and
Okay.
shush, man. Thomas is my brother, man, and people like that, man. I just you'd love to be around. I talk to these people every day. I call Rodney for advice. I talk to Shy like maybe once a week. We FaceTime like all the time, just
Mm-hmm.
on nothing. I call him, hey bro, I cut my hair. He say, bro, you call me really show me your haircut. I know you're a celebrity, man. You rich. I get it, man. But yeah, I cut my hair. I cut my hair off. You know what I'm saying? Like I call you for dumb reason.
Yeah.
So just to have that connection, they answer the phone for me. And because in other people's eyes, they look at them as like somebody like up there, and to me, we just like we're all regular people, and they view me like that too, and I view them. So yeah, those people, they yeah, those like my friends now. Like
Right.
up here, I don't really connect with too many people. All my family live down south. I have a few friends and associates up here, but real life, like my people are the ones that went through the struggle with me.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I connect with, man. So
Yeah. How
shout
long
out
have
to
you
my
been
man
here?
Dante, man. So if my man listens to this podcast, shout out to my man Dante and down there in Charlotte. Got the Stay Lit brand going on. So I just wanted to give him a shout out real quick.
Yeah. How long have you been here in DC, in the DC
Uh,
area?
so I went to high school up here.
Okay.
I moved up here my 11th grade year. So 2002, I went to a school called Flowers in
Mm-hmm.
Springdale, and I went to Flowers, graduated Flowers, but I moved back down south to go to college. So I went to Morris College in Sumter, Johnson C. Smith for a second, then came back up here to Bowie State and moved back down south to live.
Mm-hmm.
That's when everything kind of fell apart. But you know, that's where I
Look
went.
at you now. And I have
Yep.
like a random question when you were talking, like as a barber, when you see somebody, do you know that that's your haircut? Because I know as a makeup artist, sometimes we can be like, okay, yeah, I did that makeup, or like that's somebody
Oh,
else's.
I know my cuts. Oh,
Okay.
for sure. Like if a client, come get a cut by me, and then I say next week I'm booked up, he can't get in, so he's like, man, I had to go to somebody else real quick. I
Mm-hmm.
can tell they went to someone else. Like
Okay.
I'm like, bro, I ain't do this. This don't look like my work or something like that. So now I can tell my work from afar. I think every barber has that signature type of thing they do.
Mm-hmm.
I think my signatures are my shape ups. My shape ups are kind of unique. They stand out.
Got you.
So it's never like a circle type shape up. They always like come out. You know what I'm saying? Like so when you look straight ahead, it looks straight. But when I'm looking at it, it look like it's going upward like that. So uh,
Okay.
that distinguish a little bit my shape ups, and my fades are very detailed. I spend a lot of time when I cut people hair, like detailing their haircuts. All my appointments are hour long because I like to give people that experience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
Love
can
that.
really tell.
Do you have any advice for like new barbers or barbers? Yeah, like new barbers, I guess, to build their clientele when they're just out of school?
Yes, of course, man. I always like to tell new barbers when you come out of barber school, definitely use all the platforms that is out right now. I always tell people right now, I'm 37, but a lot of young cats that are coming up in the game. It's easy to be a millionaire these days because like you have all the tools that we never had growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the internet and social media and stuff like that. Me growing up, we didn't have that stuff. Like, I got to social media when I was 30. Kids getting into it at 17, 13, 8,
Right. 8 years
you
old.
8 years old, 5 years old. They on Instagram
Uh-huh.
and they're like, they got a huge head start. And I tell people, like, use all these social media platforms that you have to your advantage. Also, stay behind your chair. And what I mean by stay behind your chair, stay behind your chair, perfect your craft. Like once you perfect your craft, the money will come.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it for the money because we make it look so easy and so good on social media. Don't do it for the money. If you don't do it for the money, you will make money. If you do it because you love to do it, the money's going to come. You know what I'm saying? I got into the barber industry because, Wade the barber used to be my barber, and he cut my hair for the first time and made me look like a whole different person. And shoot, a girl finally, wanted to talk to me. I never got a play in high
Mm-hmm.
school. Like, never. I was a guy that didn't get play. I didn't lose my virginity till very, very late in life. Like not in high school, like most people in college,
Right.
actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but it only happened once I got that haircut. And I wanted to be a barber because he changed my life. I want
Wow.
to change someone else like the way he changed mine. You know what I'm saying? So stay behind the chair. Don't get depressed. Um, Keep growing. Always have a hungry attitude. Strive to be great. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Um, you know, People will doubt you. People will kill your dreams. If you tell someone your dream, people will kill your dreams because they can't see you in that light that you see yourself, that you
Right.
dreamt of, that you vision of, that you had that vision of. And no, I tell my fiance all the time, like nobody knows your vision but you. So you go take it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't know your vision. So I'm probably gonna stop you from doing certain things, but you see it better than I see it. So if I say don't do it, still do it.
Right.
Who am I? Like you got the vision. I don't have the vision. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So yeah, and just don't do it for the gram. Do it because you love it. You're
I
gonna be
love that.
successful.
All bars, all good advice. I love it. Are there any like common mistakes that you see barbers make in the beginning, whether it's like not styling, like skill set wise or business wise?
Well, now because we make stuff look good, people like to use enhancements very early
Mm,
before knowing how to cut hair.
got you.
And so that's the biggest thing I see. I always tell people, learn how to cut hair first um, before you add on the extra stuff, because people do the extra stuff to hide what they can't do. So
Ooh,
learn stuff that they don't want to learn, be ahead of the curve, and then add the enhancements on later, and it's only going to enhance your cuts.
got
But
you.
you already know how to cut, so once you know how to cut, you enhance everything else. It's just going to flow. Um, Professionalism, right? You got to be professional, and that's one thing I'm still learning because I'm not that very professional. I suck, man. I suck. I'm a little a hole at times, and I like to joke around a lot. And sometimes people don't take my jokes kindly, and I'm a Aries, and I keep it going sometimes when I need to stop it.
Mm,
And so I just ran away a client not too long ago, and I felt bad for it because I just kept going. I told him I did bald heads and shape ups, and he believed me, but I kept it going. I knew he was getting his feelings, but I kept it going, and I was like, no, that's so wrong because people crazy these days. He might come back and shoot me or something.
right.
So like, I'm like, man, I got to get better, at being professional. So I tell people work on your professionalism. I'm working on it as I speak for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm only preaching to myself, not to really to them. Be on time, be a man of your word, um, and always be transparent and communicate. And the biggest is be consistent.
Yes, absolutely. Consistency is key, but people don't want to hear that though.
Consistency is key anything in life. Whatever you put your mind to, you got to be consistent at and be the best at that. You know.
Hmm.
So you want to be a mail runner or garbage can disposal person. Be the best at that.
Yeah,
Best at whatever you decide to do. Like, and if you're the best at that, you're the best person. Like they always say, if you're the best person on the court, you're gonna be successful.
I love that. I kind of want to jump back to you getting your own space. Like, why did you make that decision to like want to have your own space versus just to keep working like in the shop?
Man, I wanted to get my own space because it just felt like time, man. When I worked at the W Hair Loft, I had a crazy run of celebrities come in and out that shop, and I was starting to develop a brand for myself,
Hmm.
and it started going. And you hear your clients say, "When you gonna get your own?" People are always scared to jump out on faith. And I was like, I'm nervous, it ain't time. I don't really know the industry. Like I watch things that the owner go through here and he deal with a lot. I don't know if I want to deal with those problems.
Hmm.
Then when the uppercuts and the owners there was like taking me on their wing, teaching me the industry and the shop life. And I think they prepared me to be on my own. And then when they closed down, they kind of was like, okay, I mean, and I kind of like had no choice. Then I was like, I'm not about to go from shop to shop to shop to shop, like have my clients bouncing around no more. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump out on faith. And I told Tosh, I was like, man, let's do it, man. Like, so yeah, I just jumped out there and got my own space. And it's amazing because I feel like I've been very successful here at my own spot. Probably more than I've have been working in a barbershop with other individuals. Now, I miss the camaraderie that I had with other barbers because I love the debate. I love to go back and forth, talk about sports or whatever
Okay.
current topics or relationship, whatever. So I miss that dynamic of a barbershop. But I feel like right now in the culture, everything is switching over because everybody sees how easy it is to be entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everybody's kind of jumping away from the barbershop field and they want to be their own boss and be their own entrepreneur. And then everybody want for the work for themselves because small businesses are like the end thing right now. So
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Definitely.
that it is an end thing right now because small businesses used to be hard to start up when I
So
was
many resources these days. It's almost like no excuse if you really want to do it.
right.
Hmm. Aside from haircuts, do you offer any other services?
Um, nah, I mean that's pretty much it. Haircuts and different services that come in the hair industry, but hair washes and things like that. But other than that, nah, I don't do nothing else. This is my full time job, man. I don't
Gotcha.
have time to do nothing else, honestly. I go to work at 10. I don't get off till sometimes 10, 10
Hmm.
to 10. And then after that, I have house calls. So then I'm traveling to go cut somebody at their hotel. So my days are long, and Mondays are my only day off. Like
What's your work life balance like working those many hours? Do you have like a schedule for yourself where you just allow yourself to have some free time?
man, my schedule is literally wake up at 10 and come to work. I take a lunch at 1, hopefully. I take
Hmm.
lunch because I get a lot of people hitting my phone for slot ins. And just because I'm booked up fast and they can't get in, they call my phone like, "Hey, can you get me in?" Sometimes I give them my lunch, so sometimes I don't eat. I just
Hmm.
work through the day, and it's not good, but it's a grind. Then I leave you there, and then go sometimes possibly go to a house call or something to make more money, and I charge a lot for that. Um, then by the time I get home, it's sometimes midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I still can't go to sleep. So I might jump on a video game to kind of clear my mind out, and then go to sleep. But I miss my son.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't get a chance to see him, before you go to sleep sometimes. So, but hey, somebody gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. What's the earning potential like for barbers? Can we make six figures? Like, should I start cutting hair?
Yeah, you could definitely make 6 figures, man. I'm a 6 figure barber. What you mean?
Yes.
Shoot, man. Yeah,
What does
you.
that look like? So you literally just like cutting hair and making six figures, or do you do other stuff like in the barber world? Like, do you teach? Like, do you
And
have
that's the crazy.
products?
That's the crazy part, right? We're working. Products are coming. Be proper. Products are on the way. Classes are coming. I believe me and Tasha are working on some classes right now because she's an amazing esthetician.
Hmm.
Tasha B Beauty is like really taking off right now. So we thinking about doing some couple classes together. Doing some tours and things like that. Um, so that is pretty much in the making. We're really been working on that heavy. So, but yes, just cutting hair. Easy math. I charge $65 a haircut. I cut 15 people per day.
Hmm.
Yeah, that you do that time 12 months.
Right.
Pretty sure that's over 100,000.
So
So
that doesn't like exhaust you cutting that many heads a day?
nah, it's a muscle memory now.
Okay.
You have a lot of muscle memory, and yeah, it's just once I get into it, I just keep it going. But even on a low scale for barbers that charges $35 to $40 a haircut, if you have, you cut 15, 20 people a day,
Hmm.
shoot, that's still a lot of money, and you still can reach 6 figures that way. So I charge more because I choose to work smart, and I think I'm, talented enough to charge that much. Um, so yeah, just try to work smarter. Not cut. I mean, I used to cut about 20 a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
so
long did it take you to build that confidence in your skill set?
we 8 years in. So what? By year three,
Okay.
I started to like get a little like, okay, I'm getting a little name for myself because year three, I had just cut DJ Khaled.
Hmm.
Like I cut him early, and like people was hyping me up, but real live, I wasn't. I didn't think I was there. People thought I was there, but I couldn't see I was there.
Yeah.
Right now, like currently, right now, I think I just not hit my stride, and what they call it, the peak.
Yeah.
I just hit the peak. because
Okay.
there's nothing that can cut through my chair that I don't think I can do. And I used to run from, straight hair, um, that more is like more like Caucasian and like
Mm-hmm.
Hispanics. They had like the straight hair. And I used to run from it because like it was so nervous to me. Because if you mess up, it was very noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
African American person hair is a little bit more coarse and things like you can finesse the hair, you can brush it away and it'll make it look some type of way. But so I can get away with that. But I used to be scared of those type of clientele. But now, yeah, I'm with it. Bring them on.
That's so funny you say that because I feel the same way. I feel like maybe year three, I did somebody's makeup and I was like, oh girl, you got it. Like you
Yeah,
got it. And then like people were already seeing me bigger than I thought I was. Like even now, still people think like hold me to like a high regard. I'm just like I'm a regular girl or whatever. But definitely year three, and then on the makeup artist side, I kind of feel the same way. Like we're doing like fair skin clients. I feel like when you make a mistake on them, it's gonna be like, girl, like what did you do versus maybe somebody my complexion. Sometimes
right.
I kind of get it. That's cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely at a peak now. I'm a little cocky now when it comes to cutting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like there's nothing I can't cut.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but Friends in Beauty started off out of my love for networking. I absolutely just love meeting new people, talking to new people. I host networking events for the beauty community. Post pre-COVID, I'm about to get back into it. But like how important is it like the success of your business so far, like networking and building relationships? Because you mentioned like you did one person and then that kind of like it was like a ripple effect of like you meeting this one celebrity and then like that happened and that happened. Does networking or building relationships play a role in that?
Man, relationships is the biggest part of the industry for some people. Some
Mm-hmm.
people want their money, right? I would um I would discount someone based off of relationship. So if I know it will be a relationship in a long run, like we'll build establish a relationship, I would discount your cut. Like, nah, it ain't about the money; it's about the relationship for me.
Yeah.
Because the relationship's gonna take me further than the money. Like if I help this person out and do a favor for him this time, he has that connect to put me in a different room that I probably couldn't get into before.
Yeah.
Now I could take the money and just go, right? But once I use that money up, I can't call him again because I done messed up that relationship
Mm-hmm.
and so pressed for the money. And so, it's all about relationships to me. So relationships is the biggest key. Word of mouth is the biggest key in this type of industry that we are both in. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Word of mouth is amazing because again, once you get into that industry of cutting one celebrity, when they come in town, they're hitting their friends up. Yo, who you got a barber here, bro? Like somebody? Oh yeah, Mel got me right. He was cool. He wasn't, over the top, or he wasn't starstruck, or he wasn't pressed for a picture,
Right.
or the money or things like that. Like he real cool guy. Okay, Pat, I'm gonna call him up. I give them the same vibes. Another person come in town, they gonna hit them up. Hey, who you hit last time? I saw your cut when you was out. That joint look dope, bro. Yo, hit my man Mel up. Woo woo. You know what I'm saying? So relationships will take you further than money, honestly.
Definitely. And I always tell people that because my story is kind of similar as far as like a ripple effect, but my ripple effect was really because of the relationships that I built and just being a good person, following up with people and then them remembering you for the next go round or something like that. And each opportunity just turns into one after the next. And then what you mentioned about, I think it's important for people to like if they want to work with celebrities and stuff to know like don't be trying to do it for the gram. Like a lot of times when I work with celebrities, I've never taken a picture with them unless they say, "Hey girl, like let's take a selfie" or something like that because I just don't want to be like that person that sometimes that's a turn off for them. Like they don't want people who was like pressed pretty much
Correct.
be all up in their face and everything. But what do you think that is something that just makes you stand out from other barbers, or are you intentional about standing out, or are you just being yourself?
never intentional about standing out, but I'm just being myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, being myself just naturally stands out. Um, I think it's an Aries trait.
Mm-hmm.
We're the life of the party. We always like to be, making sure everybody has fun around us. Uh, we, we we are just fun people to be around. So I think naturally that shows on my social media.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I think that stands out. I do promote myself. I try to promote myself better than the rest because I want to stand out. I want to be the best of the best without calling myself the best. I will, let my
Yeah.
social media kind of do that for me. So I think that stands out, and the fact that I'm consistent on my haircuts. So that's pretty much it at the end of the day. Like just being consistent with what I do, and I tell my clients, sometimes you might have to go to another barber to see the
Okay, get the different experience.
different experience. Like you tell your clients to go try this other young lady out to see how her makeup come out, and
Mm-hmm.
and you might have a better respect for me from that
Absolutely.
standpoint. So
Yeah, I have a couple of questions from our friends in beauty that are barbers. I told them I was interviewing a barber today. So if they had any questions, let me know. So one question is from Mark. He just basically wants to know like what keeps you motivated at the end of the day? Like what's your why for continuing to do like what you do?
what's up, Mark? My why is right now is my son. My son is the reason why I continue to do what I do, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because I know I want to give him a better life than I had. Coming up in South Carolina, I used to eat grits for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was an amazing meal, but as I got older, I realized that was a struggle meal.
Mm-hmm.
And being deprived and on some things because growing up down south, they have different upbringing, how they teach their kids. So that's my why, and yeah, my son is my why right now, man. I don't have no other answer for you, Mark, but Um, anytime I feel like down and I don't want to cut hair today, and then I look at my phone because I have a picture of my son on my phone, and it's like I gotta keep it going because he still needs some clothes or he still
Right.
need a roof over his head, and so that's what keeps me going right now. But before I had my son, what kept me going was um, I wanted to be great. I
Yeah.
wanted people to know who I was, and I was determined, from coming from being homeless and not people not giving me no attention or love, and I never got this attention before in life. That's why I kept going. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted people to respect me. I wanted people to like me. I wanted people to love me. Until I realized that love out here ain't real, and in this social media, in this nightlife world, that love is fake. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, man, I just wanted people to respect what I did. Like I wanted to earn people respect because I felt like I lost it when I went homeless.
Got you. Oh man, this is so great. The next question is from Chris. He wants to know how can barbers elevate their promo skills while building their skills as a barber?
Content is anything, right? Content is literally everything you do in a day,
Mm-hmm.
right? But some people so private that they choose not to give everything to their content,
Yeah.
right? I had nothing else to lose, right? I didn't care if you knew my life or my story or anything I went through. I didn't care if you knew what I did on a day-to-day basis. I didn't care. I had nothing to lose. All I had was to gain because I done hit the rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I could give two craps. I don't know, can I curse? I was about to curse, but look here. I didn't care. Like, so I let everybody into my world. My content was every day. My content is me talking to you. My content is me walking in the room, opening the door, showing that it's my establishment. My
Right.
content is me getting in the car, showing my barber bag, getting in the car. That's content. You know what I'm saying? I used to show videos of me walking to my car, holding a barber briefcase, like, "Hey, I'm heading to work." That's content. Some people gonna look at that as like, "Oh, he's showing too much." No, that is going to keep people in tune to your life. Your life is a reality show,
Hmm.
right? You tell your own story. You tell how you want to be interpreted as. You write your own story. And the reality shows ain't showed us nothing that shows us how to write our own story.
Right.
Right. So with me, I give people my story. You know my story. You know I was homeless. You know I ain't had nothing. You know I ground from the bottom to come up. You know I got a kid. You know I got a fiance. I show that on my social media. I don't have nothing. Now, in certain parts of my life, of course, you're gonna keep,
Right.
to yourself, private. But for the most part, I didn't care about people, knowing anything about me. I really didn't care about that, and I just showed everything, and I showed my life, and I showed the build up. I painted a story for myself, and it brought people in, and people could relate. People can't relate to someone that's down here.
Right.
People can't relate to you up here. You already established. How you gonna try to show me a life? I can't relate to that, man. I can barely pay my lights. I can't pay my
Hmm.
light bill. I can't get my son no food. I'm still stealing stuff out of Safeway. Like out of the grocery stores and things like that. I'm still stealing some socks out of Walmart. Like
Right.
some people can't relate to some people that already established. People can't relate to someone that didn't have nothing and then work their way up.
Hmm.
And if you show that content and if you show how you want to be portrayed as, people will follow you and people will follow that journey. And I always tell people it's like this. It's like when you go to college, I mean you go to high school, right? Your family supports you all the time because you're in school.
Right. Yeah.
Graduate, they give you so many gifts and so much stuff, right? That one moment that right there, you have the breaking point, right, of your life, right there. When you graduate high school, you have the breaking point, right? Because this right here is going to show your support, who people support you, right? You got your right side, you got your left side. The right side is going to college, right? It's the right thing to do to go to college. When you go to
Right.
college, your friends, your family, your associates, your grandma, whoever, they send you money here and there to make sure you good. You eat ooze noodles, whatever you eat, and they gonna send you stuff. They gonna support you, right? There's a left side, right? If you decide to say I don't want to go to college, I'm gonna go do my thing. I'm going to get a job. I can't take
Right.
this school no more. Ain't nobody supporting you.
Hmm.
Ain't nobody helping you out over here. Welcome to the real world, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like real quick, you're gonna get humble real quick. Welcome to the real world, right? Because they don't like the way your story is going. They feel like you're heading down the road for failure
Hmm.
because it's not the right thing to do because you're not telling your story of going to school. Same thing with content in life. If you're not showing a content building up to the doing the right thing, nobody's gonna support you. You can't just pop out and just do your thing. Where that come from?
Right.
Doing?
Right.
They confused. So you have to tell the story.
And I think a lot of time that's why people get so confused and discouraged with social media because sometimes they just think that people just literally came out of nowhere because sometimes people aren't sharing like the journey to how they got to where they are. And they always say stories sell. Like you have to tell your story. And like you
So
said, a lot of people just so they hold on so tight to their stories. They don't want to share it. But literally, I just said this in a video yesterday, like everything is content. You making your breakfast is content because you got to eat healthy to have fuel for the day. So like I literally just took a picture before you came on of me just sitting here with my microphone and posted it. Like everything is literally content. And then once you start sharing your story, it just humanizes you. It makes you look human. It makes you look real to other people, and it makes you more relatable because now you might have coming like a barber who used to be homeless or whatever might have come across your content. Now he feels like he's connected to you, and like so you just absolutely, I agree with everything.
you got to tell the story, man. And every successful person that people follow on social media, these celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
you got to you got to tell someone to ask yourself why do you follow that person? Why are you so fascinated with this particular celebrity? Why? Because you know their story.
Yep.
We all watched Cardi B's story on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
All watched it, right? Messed up teeth, everything. We all watched her attitude, her personality, right? Right? We gravitated to the ratchetness of her
Mm-hmm.
story, right? That's why she's so successful today, because she sold her story on a reality show,
Right.
and we followed her story to her rap career, and now she's multi-millionaire off of us buying into her story.
Mm-hmm.
We can do the same for ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves enough to do it for ourselves. That's the issue.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. All facts and bars. I love it. So, I know you mentioned that you don't do anything else, but I just want to clarify. So, do you have any other business ventures right now, or you just focus solely on being a barber?
Man, I mean, I have other business ventures that trying to jump into trucking and
Mm-hmm.
possibly a restaurant with my mom or something like that. But everything right now is just pretty much trying to get these products out right now, trying to get a class out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully COVID stay down so we can, do some classes and things like that. But products is definitely coming sooner than later. Do rags, obviously basic brushes, combs, beard oils,
Mm-hmm.
shampoo, conditioners, all that type of stuff. They're coming very, 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 very soon. Very soon.
Got you. Awesome. So at the end of the day, what are you what is the end game? What are you working on like your legacy to be?
That's I don't man, I don't know, man. My one of my mentors always told me, just pretty much, you just got to have something to say for when all this is said and done. And I'm big on ownership, and I'm trying to buy a house right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I own my own shop. I'm just trying to be more of an owner, so I can pass that down to my son. So
Yes.
he doesn't have to work too hard as I did. He can kind of have everything just fall in his lap. He's kind of set up, you know. Um, so right now, I'm just find a way to build financial, like just wealth, um, residual income, and there's a word for the wealth that I was about to say, generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Yep.
Trying to build that generational wealth, and knowing that I'm like one of the first in my family to feel like I made it,
Mm-hmm.
in some people's eyes.
You have siblings?
I'm my mom's only child,
Gotcha.
so I'm the only child.
Got you, got you. And I meant to ask you too, like, how does your background in sales help you in your business, and also do you have a team like a PR or something that helps you get these hostings
Man,
and
I had
billboard?
I had a PR when I thought I was popping.
Mm-hmm.
She told me I thought I was bigger than what I was, so I don't have no PR no more. The sales is what really helped me. Me selling timeshares, me selling cell phones and shoes and all that stuff. That really helped me because once you sit in my chair for the first time, I got an hour to be in your ear. It's a wrap. You can't give me an hour in your ear. I don't care who you are,
Right.
whoever, whatever celebrity. Because I was cutting Mario hair, the singer, and you know, I cut his hair for about a good hour and a half. But the first 30 minutes, we was just talking, like just about nothing, music, whatever, whatever. And I have that moment to be in your ear, like I got you. You can't go nowhere. You're not gonna get out of my chair with a half of a head done. Like you're just not gonna leave. Like so, you're gonna have to hear me. And I mean, I ain't gonna talk too much to the point where you like, all right, bro,
Uh-huh.
stop. But what I'm saying, I'm gonna ask you some open-ended questions and get you to talking. So yeah,
I would
sales.
love to see that. Like, I would love to be a fly on the wall, or just to see like a barber shop, like an intimate conversation, like however you talk to your clients. Like, I would love to hear those
Oh man,
questions
I
that you're
told my clients, are
asking.
we talking now?
I
Like
love
I
it.
didn't, I ain't done this down to talk to you today. How I talk to I mean, mine's the cursing, but um, nah, I talk to my clients. I'm real. I'm cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a cutthroat type of guy, and I'm a 200. I tell people I don't like to lie. I lied all my life. I perpetrated all my life to get to where I'm at. So now I'm at the point where I don't have to lie about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't lie to you. And people call me for advice because they know you're gonna get the hard truth from me. And so my clients come in the chair, they'll tell me they're doing something like, bro, you messing up, bro. Like, what are you doing? I feel like I'm their little shrink
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
when they come in here. So yeah, that's the vibes these days.
This has been so amazing. Like, I already know that when I listen back to this, I'm going to take so many notes. Like, people are going to get so much value from this interview. Like, everything that you talked about has been great. So, I really, really appreciate your time and you sharing so openly with me and the Friends of Beauty community. Like, truly.
Nah, appreciate.
Yes. Before you go, though, I have to ask you the Friends of Beauty rapid fire questions. So, whatever comes to your mind first, just like spit it out, spit the answer out. So the first one is, what are the top three keys to your success so far?
God, consistency, humble.
God, consistency, and being humble. How do you measure your success?
Uh, I never thought about it. I just feel regular.
You just feel regular?
I just feel regular, man. I just want to be regular without yeah. I just want to be. I don't know. I mean, I used to be cocky, so I could have had a cocky answer for you, but I mean, these days I just try to move different, man. So I just feel like I'm regular, man. I'm just honored that somebody want to interview me.
And
I ain't gonna lie to you.
having a billboard, that's how you measure it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a dude text me yesterday. Shout out to my man, Jim Jones. He's a big time trainer out here in this area, and he's like, Mel, like, don't let nobody ever downplay you. Don't let nobody ever downplay this moment for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, man, like, I don't know how to tell you to feel, but don't ever let nobody downplay this moment because I can't tell you I know anybody that said they out here doing it that ever had a billboard.
Right.
So and in Times Square at that. So
Period.
he was like, yeah, period with a T. Uh,
Yes.
so just I'm just gonna appreciate it, honor it, um, respect the moment, live in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and man, like that's just it. I don't know no other way to have it. Like, oh, appreciate it. I'm about to go get something to eat after this, and that's gonna be my little celebration to myself for it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. What's the best advice you've ever received?
the best advice I've ever received was just do you, man. There's you don't always have to do the right thing. There's always a left lane for you. Find your lane. Um, you know, everybody's gonna tell you the right way they think you should do it, but there's always your lane. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I always been that comedian that just did his own thing and didn't want to listen to what people told him the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Because if they've been doing it the right way, I'm viewing your success and I'm like that don't seem like the right way because you're not where I want to be. So you telling me to do what you did, that ain't the way I want to go.
Right, right.
And so my mentor always says, just do it your way because you know where you want to go. Nobody else can see your vision but you. So
Love that. What advice would you give to someone who's just ready to give up on the barber life?
uh it's a tough question right there, man. Because sometimes everything ain't for everybody. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I would say if you gave it your all, if you know you put 100%, 110% into it, and it still ain't for you, then I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But don't quit it if you know you didn't really truly give 110%.
That's perfect. Because sometimes what we think is 110 ain't 110%.
Nah, man, and then whatever you feel like that's when God pick you up. So you definitely got to have God in your life, and you definitely have to trust in Him. And me and my parents, we believe in favor.
Mm-hmm.
Favor ain't fair.
Mm-hmm.
But if you believe in God and you have that favor of your life, then that favor gonna take you further than anything else. And that's facts. Like I'm a true testament of favor.
I love that. What's a resource that has helped you in your business that you can share with the Friends in Beauty community?
A resource, I always use YouTube. I watch a lot of, videos and things like that of haircuts. Um, and, especially in any industry, there's always someone that you, in your eyes, you think is the best. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to always try to find that person and reach out to them and try to watch what they did and watch how they move, or there's probably somebody in the makeup industry that you look up to yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I would try to reach out to that person or whatever, or the esthetician. I would reach out to that person, or a stylist. I'll reach out to that person that I think is the best, and try my hardest to build a relationship with that person, and then go to different people that think they're the best, and then trying to get stuff for them, and then take everything they told you and make it your own.
Right. A genuine relationship, because people know when you try to be fake and you try and use them.
Happened to DC area.
Okay. And the last one is, I want you to fill in the blank. Okay. I want you to say, my name is blank. And the key to longevity and success is like whatever you think it is.
Okay. My name is Mel, and the key to longevity is being consistent in whatever you do in life, because consistency is the key to life to me. Man,
Awesome. Thank you. Before you go, share your like your social media or wherever you want people to find you.
all right, well, one time for the one time, man. It's your boy Mel the Barber, man. You know what I'm saying? You can find me at Mel the Barber on Instagram, or on Twitter _Mel the Barber 21. I don't think I have Snapchat. But Twitter, Instagram, you can Google Mel the Barber or whatever. Yeah, man, check me out. Come to Culture this year. We're going in like woo, 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 woo. Go to styleseat.com/Mel the Barber. Book your appointments today. Tell your girl to book your appointments. It's okay. Tell your girl to pay for your haircut for you. It's okay. Females need to do that a little bit more for us guys. Pay
Okay.
for your haircuts, get us fresh. We'll get y'all nails done, and probably buy y'all a Birkin bag or some crap. I don't know. It's like, nah, people care about Birkin. Get you a Louis or something, man. But yo, checking in with my girl, man. Yo, holla at us, man. We out here doing it major.
Yes. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you. The first barber on the podcast.
Let's go. Ooh, ooh.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Share this episode with at least one friend in beauty, and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts so that other friends in beauty can find this show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, #Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.